When I was a leader of a large organization, I had a Monday morning meeting, and when I first got the job, I began all the meetings by simply asking the question, what's going well? And people sometimes this wasn't the most positive work environment. People would sit there in silence and not answer. And I'd say, no, what's going well? I'd wait. And finally, there was a very nice and generous woman from one of my offices who was on the phone, and she said, you know what? A really good thing happened with my team this week, and she'd tell a story. This or that happened. That went well. And we'd all be listening. There's maybe something we could learn from it. And every single meeting, when it started, I asked the same question, what's going well? And I had some people who held out for long and hard. They did not want to play the game. They wanted to get on with the tough agenda. Whatever the business of the day was, we were going to get down and struggle and do business. Not this fluffy, what's going well stuff. But I stayed with it, what's going well. And I remember after a few months, there was one particular guy in a particular office in Nanaimo, British Columbia. And he leapt at the opportunity. I said, what's going well? And for the first time ever, he was like bursting through the phone. Oh, I've got this great story to tell. And you could tell he'd been holding on to it for days. He was excited to share his good story. And of course, we all listened. We were excited for him. We were happy about it. And we started the meeting, importantly, on a very different note than we usually start meetings. Imagine if we started meetings as I sometimes have done in the past, because I've been that kind of bad leader that comes in and kind of kicks my chair and sits down and goes, people, we got a problem. We got to solve some problems. The customer service ratings are down or whatever, and I'd be grumpy. I'd be angry. Remember what I said at the beginning of the talk here? What happens to people's problem-solving ability? What happens to their creativity when I start in a bad mood and I give them my bad mood and now they're all going, I'm dumber and I can't help you. Sorry about that. And as the leader, it was my responsibility, at least in part, to set the tone of the conversation. And the tone of the conversation had to be, how are we going to be creative? How are we going to be positive? How are we going to help each other? How am I going to get you to think your best? Because you're the team, my business team. You're my team that I'm coming to look for answers. I'm going to need you for us to solve problems, and I want you to be at your best. So I need to set the tone, the positive emotional context for the meeting. So that's how we do it in business. We simply ask, what's going well?